Humans of the cardboard, welcome back to Just Nuts, guys. Today we actually have brand new EVOLSAUR / EVOLTILE monsters. We get 2 new main deck monsters and a new Exceed revealed for Dueling Nexus or Duelist Nexus. Very interesting. We actually, a couple of years ago, got a random EVOLTILE monster. It actually seems like a pretty good card, but obviously the deck didn't have the right tools around it. Before we even jump into it, I'll just throw it out there. This almost could remind me of something like Naturia. They literally got like 3 new cards, like a spell and 2 monsters, and it completely turned them into a meta-relevant archetype. I'm hoping these cards kind of facilitate the same. I've not read anything, but let's jump into it. Starting off here, this is EVOLTILE Forest. This is a level 2 fire reptile effect monster. 900 attack, 300 defense, very small. Both effects hard once per turn. Or at least the first and 2. Second, if a card is normal, if this card is normal or special summoned, you can special summon an EVOLTILE monster from your hand or graveyard in face down defense position. Interesting. Okay. So I know some of the EVOLTILE monsters actually have flip effects to like summon EVOLSAUR straight from the deck, so that's not the end of the world, but okay, definitely not a terrible extender there. During your main phase, you can set 1 Evo Force or Evo Instant directly from your deck. Whoa, okay, so that's different. Do I have these on me right here? It's Evo Force. So Evo Force is the one that tributes an EVOLTILE monster to special summon an EVOLSAUR straight from the deck. It is treated as being special summoned by an EVOLTILE, so that's actually pretty good. So you get that card for free. He's already an EVOLTILE, so you're already getting that set up. And what's the other one? The other one is Evo Instant? I don't see that on here. Let me see. Real quick. Sorry. We'll get this. Instant. There we go. Tribute a reptile monster, special summon EVOLSAUR monster from your deck. So it's both of them. There's like 2 different ones that just like tributed an EVOLTILE to special summon, or a reptile or an EVOLTILE summon an EVOLSAUR. Very cool, okay? And if a monster you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can tribute a reptile or dinosaur monster instead. I'm not sure that'll be that important. This card doesn't seem like you're keeping him on the board that much. So I'm not too worried about that. But all in all, I think this is a pretty good card. I mean, it's pulling something out of the hand or graveyard on summon, and then it's also just like a +1. Set 1 of these cards that is going to get your engine going on the opponent's turn. Could still be pretty good. All right, let's see this guy as well. This is EVOLSAUR Rios. This is a level 4 fire dino effect monster. 1600 attack, 400 defense. You can only use the first and second effects of this card once per turn. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can set 1 Evolutionary Bridge or Evo Singularity. Okay, so it's kind of weird that these like search out very specific cards. Oh, Singularity is actually pretty good. So Singularity lets you target an EVOLTILE and an EVOLSAUR in your graveyard as cost. Special summon an EVOLSAUR Exceed from your extra deck, and if you do, attach those materials as to it as material. So it literally just plops either any of the EVOLSAUR extra deck Exceeds on the field with material. It does not matter which ranks you're targeting in grave, because it's not checking levels or anything like that. That's actually pretty strong, because those are some pretty powerful cards, especially stuff like Dolka, double monster negate. It's pretty nasty. Okay, and then Evolutionary Bridge. Evolutionary Bridge. This one, when a monster you control is targeted for an attack, target an EVOLTILE in your grave, special summon it, then switch the target to that. That card's poop. Not worried about that one. And if you control this card that was special summoned by a fire monster's effect or normal summoned, you can send a fire reptile or dinosaur monster from your deck to the graveyard. Then you can make the type and level of 2 face-up monsters on the field become the sent monsters. Wow. That's pretty cool. I mean, that's not only a Foolish Burial effect, but also an effect that's going to modify the levels of monsters on your field, especially if you're able to do something that like gets this guy out of the deck. So he is live, but then you summon him off of something else, hopefully, and then you'd be able to just go ahead and turn those into the right levels for any EVOLSAUR extra deck monster and go from there. Very cool. Okay, not bad, not crazy. I mean, they're decent. They're definitely a power creep to the old monsters. Not sure if it's enough yet. Let's see what the Exceed does here. This is EVOLSAUR Raz. This is a Fire Dragon Exceed effect monster. He's a rank 6. He is generic, completely generic. Any 2 6s, 2,500 attack, 1,500 defense. Your opponent cannot target this card with the materials with monster effects. Sorry, they can target you with spell and traps. Kind of a bummer, but I guess that monster targeting protection is fine. It's just like a little effect. When your opponent activates a card or effect, you can detach 2 materials from this card, then target one face-up card your opponent controls, negate its effects until the end of the turn. Interesting. So you don't even necessarily negate the card they're activating. You can negate anything. Okay, interesting. If all materials attached to this card are reptile and or dinosaurs, you can activate this effect by detaching 1 material instead of 2. Oh, okay, so there you go. So this card not being once per turn means that if you made it with dinos and reptiles, then obviously it's more than a once per turn. I don't know if we're necessarily ranking it up into this card to potentially get even more than 2 materials, but it seems like 2 materials is reachable, especially with the trap card that just could summon him out and just place 2 materials under him. So the double negate there is already like pretty decent. This card's not bad. I mean, obviously, we'll see. I mean, as a generic rank 6, I don't expect this to come up that much. I mean, we already have EVOLSAUR Photon Bouncer. Nobody plays that card. Maybe if there's a deck that facilitates 6s that also plays dinos, then this card's obviously a lot more interesting. Double negate is pretty powerful, but we'll obviously have to see. All in all, just okay to me. I mean, I also don't know a ton about EVOLTILE/EVOLSAUR, so I'm not fully well versed in everything that's going on with them. So I'm not sure where the deck actually ends up here. Could they be used generically as some kind of facilitator for some other deck? I don't know. I don't necessarily think so. They do search very specific cards in the archetype. I mean, this guy does essentially allow you to foolish any fire, reptile, or dinosaur. So maybe that could still be a thing that could be relevant enough, but hard to say until we kind of see anybody lab with this deck. So all in all, I think it's fine. I think it's cool if you are a EVOLSAUR or EVOLTILE lover, but I'm not sure it's going to be enough to actually make them relevant any sort of competitive way. But still cool cards nonetheless. But that's it for me here. Obviously, let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts. Is there anything else specific here that I didn't mention that has some important synergy with the rest of the archetype or anything that already exists? I'd love to hear your thoughts down below on that, as well as just general thoughts on these cards, how good you actually think they are or not. I'd love to hear it. But I'm out of here for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe for more news updates. Hopefully we're getting a legendary duelist fire reveal here. I really want to know. I want to have it confirmed, the characters that we're hoping for, but we will obviously get that when we get that. But peace. I'm out.